I'm Chris Lawrence with your headlines in North Texas. A small plane crashed near Hicks Airfield in Fort Worth, bursting into flames and killing 2 people. Scoop Jefferson is on site where investigators are piecing together what happened.
Fire from the plane crash burned several work trucks, trailers, and trees you see behind me. Video from our chopper also shows the heartbreaking aftermath from Sunday's deadly crash involving a small aircraft. We have reached out to the family, but we are waiting to officially learn who was on board. From the sky, you can still see the burned wreckage because of the crash. Sheriff deputies blocked the road with traffic cones. The plane went down on North Saginaw Boulevard near Hicks Airfield in northwest Fort Worth. It struck several parked work trucks, setting them on fire. Witnesses saw huge black smoke billow into the air, concerned about possible survivors. Authorities confirmed 2 people on board immediately died in the crash. Investigators from the National Transportation Safety Board will comb through the wreckage of the single-engine aircraft. Crews have collected evidence from the engine and the flight controls to determine what went wrong. People near the crash site described the impact and aftermath, including smoke in the sky seen miles away.
Like a huge explosion. It was boom! And that's, if you could look, you see that fire so intense.
So I did a walk around, but there was no evidence that a plane had actually crashed in there. It was torn up in fire. You couldn't see anything.
We could learn more about the crash in the next few weeks from preliminary reports, but a full investigation could take months. The crash site here is still surrounded by police tape. The medical examiner is working to positively identify the 2 people on board who did not survive. In Fort Worth, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
What was meant to be a dream home in downtown Dallas, Mercantile Apartments, has turned into a nightmare. Electrical problems, water damage, and now leases terminated. Tenants being told they must move out. Luke Clary just heard from frustrated residents and takes us inside.
They made a home in one of the most historic buildings in downtown Dallas.
I've been better, man. I've been better.
But tenants at the Mercantile say things have gone from bad to worse after an October 2nd water leak and electrical short.
It's horrible. I've barely slept. My anxiety is through the roof.
Jacqueline Kolsky has been back here every day since management announced last week that everyone's leases would be terminated. The damage more extensive than first understood.
You said there's a smell once you go inside.
Yeah, so the smell, it smells like dead possums. Moldy, dead possums. Like, it is horrible.
In a letter to tenants, management says it will open the doors to every unit to increase airflow. It promised security and restricted access, but
No security.
This is me walking in with my meta glasses. As you can see, there's nobody at the front desk. There's nobody asking if I had an appointment.
Or if you have a lease agreement.
Or if I have a lease.
Or any identification that you belong here.
Kolsky worries that anyone can access her home.
It's like a smash and grab without the smash. People are 100% able to go in there.
The hallway is still damp and crowded with equipment. Kolsky says there's no way to get her belongings out now anyway. The Mercs management hasn't responded to our emails. It's refunding security deposits, October rent, and making compensation payments of $3,700 to $4,800. But after making a home here, Kolsky says move-out day can't come soon enough.
I'm mentally exhausted. I cried more than I have cried in a really long time.
In Dallas, I'm Luke Clary.
A restaurant in South Dallas is about to close for good. Elaine's Kitchen is known for its authentic Jamaican menu and community service. Brittany Moncrief takes us inside one last time.
Her name still seasons South Dallas.
Oh, wow, what made me come today? Mama Elaine.
Bold, soulful, and unforgettable.
The foods are delicious to me, and I can't get enough.
Because when decades-long customers like Lelesso Howard
I'm ready to dig in.
and Clarence Glover come to Elaine's Kitchen,
Make sure I take care of my people, my brother.
it's the 35-year legacy and love that makes them full.
Mama Elaine's Jamaican restaurant, about this big at the time, we were all in it. And it was close-knit family.
The Jamaican-American restaurant grew to this building on MLK Boulevard. When Miss Elaine died in 2023, her nephew Matthew Graham, who grew up here, took over.
I've been running it and holding it down for 2 years.
And it's like a size 14 shoe when I'm a size 8. But nevertheless, I wore them.
Matthew kept it going for the community, but it was part of Missy Lane's will to close. And with food prices rising,
We absorbed it for like almost a year, and then I couldn't do it no more. We're getting less goods from the stores.
Elaine's Kitchen will close Saturday, October 18th.
Miss running into people like you and others. That's what we do here. We come and we see each other,
I'd be upset till my eyebrows twist up. That's how upset I'd be.
Knowing the doors will close,
I got 2 more
To go.
to go.
her name still sizzles.
At least I have extra to remember Elaine.
In South Dallas, I'm Brittany Moncrief.
We just learned one of the biggest holiday events in North Texas may be getting downsized. The Dallas Holiday Parade features dancers, bands, and balloons, but maybe not this year. As City Hall reporter Cole Sullivan explains, the parade is blaming a city policy.
This is the hum of holiday prep. Fall refuses to arrive in North Texas, but the Christmas countdown marches on.
What we do is we track each balloon.
For the Dallas Holiday Parade.
I'm reminded of the kid in all of us every time those balloons come down the street because it just gives you goosebumps,
But Jeffrey Giles worries this year's parade may be deflated. He says the parade already pays for insurance and police protection, but now can't afford the bill for its balloons.
It's crazy.
He says 2 years ago, the parade paid Dallas about $4,000 to swing traffic lights aside to make way for the towering inflatables. Last year, the bill was 5 times that, 20 grand.
Just took it out of my 401k. Is that okay to say on TV? But that's what I did. I did it because there was no budget left over from last year.
And this year, he says the city warns it could cost even more, bursting his budget.
It's like, oh my God, enough. Can't do that.
A city spokesperson tells us moving the lights out of the way takes work. So much, the city has contracted it out in recent years. And city ordinances require organizers to pay setup costs.
But their hands are tied. Their job is to make sure that we are in compliance with all the city codes, city ordinance, city regulations.
The city says it, quote, recognizes the value and importance of events such as the Dallas Holiday Parade and the pride the community takes in this annual tradition. However, budget and staff constraints require that we closely adhere to our core responsibility of prioritizing the safety of residents and visitors.
I don't want for Dallas to lose that place where everybody is looking at us saying, wow, that's amazing.
Without a Christmas miracle, he says, these balloons may not make it down the street. In Dallas, I'm Cole Sullivan.
Such an iconic part of the holiday season here. Would hate to lose that part of the parade. And those are your headlines from North Texas.